In music production, creativity has always been driven by humans, but now a new tool is shaping the soundscape: artificial intelligence. From composing melodies to songwriting, AI is stepping into the studio and creating tracks that take humans days to make in seconds. My name is Charlotte Arnold, and I will be investigating how artists feel about AI and what it is actually capable of. When starting this documentary, I kind of needed to figure out what my opinions on AI were. I think that there's so much about AI that I don't know and that I don't understand and that I find quite scary. So in this documentary, I'm going to find that really interesting, kind of looking further into that and seeing what people think. I'm going to go and see my friend Jess. Jess is a young, aspiring songwriter and musician. She plays the guitar and is recently kind of getting into songwriting more. So I'd like to see what her views on AI are and how she feels about it. So tell me about your role in music.
So I play the guitar and I like to make my own music.
Yeah?
Yeah, play and record.
So where do you get your main inspirations from when writing music?
I like to get inspiration from bands that I listen to. So like my favourite bands are like Oasis and the Smiths. I like that type of music.
So what are your overall general opinions on AI from what you know about it?
Just in music or?
Just in general.
I don't know, I think it's definitely something that can be used well. I'm not sure it needs to be used in every situation that it's being used in. But I don't know, I think it's something that if used in the right way could be beneficial to lots of different things.
So when it comes to songwriting, what would you opt to use AI, or what do you think?
No.
No?
No. Because I think, obviously I'm not at that level now, but there's people's jobs are writing for people who sing or ghostwriting or any of this, and just using AI is just taking away jobs of actually talented people. And at the moment the stuff that AI produces is nowhere near as good as what people produce, so I don't know why you'd kind of opt to use AI instead of either yourself or using somebody else who has the talents to do that for you.
So would you ever use AI for like making chord progressions and kind of doing the bass line of a song?
I could see myself using it for inspiration, so kind of if I'm stuck for like ideas or trying to work out what chord will come after another chord, I'd use it, but I couldn't see myself using it in an actual song because it doesn't feel kind of authentic. It doesn't feel like I made it. So maybe for inspiration, but not for an actual song.
Okay, thank you very much. So after meeting with Jess, I've kind of established that she's curious about AI, but still worries about what it can actually do, where it leaves artists for the future, and kind of concerned about where it might leave her. It was an interesting conversation, and it's one that I'm glad I had as someone who kind of doesn't really know anything about music, and Jess not doing anything professional herself. So to counteract that, I'm going to speak to a musician from New York. He's called Dean and he's a rapper, and I'm going to see what his views and opinions on AI are as well. Right, so to begin with, tell me about your role in music. So like, what would you define what you do?
So I try and do like everything. I produce, so I make my own beats and like instrumentals, and then I write and record my own music. So I'd say I rap, or yeah, I guess like I make rap music. So I rap and I record my own music, and like so I do everything pretty much. And I'd say like my role is just like that. I don't know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So I know you've released some music. So kind of how much have you released, and then what are your kind of plans within the next year or so?
So I've really been working on trying to get my music out because like I'm finishing high school and I'm like I gotta get like
Yeah.
I really like if I want to make this work I have to do it now. So I'm my goal this year is to release a single or like something every single month. So I've released So I released one song last year called Notepad. I released a song January called Camouflage. I released an EP in February called The Crash, and then I have a song dropping this Friday
Oh, well
called
done.
50%, and then I have releases lined up for the whole rest of the year.
Amazing. That's so good.
Yeah.
Well done. Would you ever look into using AI to write a song?
So I've used AI like before in like the music making process, but I would never just like type it in to like type out, like I would never be like, hey, type me a song, and then like it sends me a song. I'm like, all right, this is going on Spotify. But I think there's other, like I'll go deeper into it because I think there's other questions about it too. So
Yeah, what are
yeah.
your like general feelings towards AI? Like just overall, not just in music, just like in general life. What do
So
you think about it?
So I feel like in general life it is good because I use it in like pretty much every class because I don't like school, so I just
Yeah.
have to do my work. I think that AI could be really like valuable, but I don't know how, like it depends on how you use it, I guess. I feel like it's definitely going to increase people's reliance on computers. We already have like a really heavy reliance on like computers and technology, but I feel like it's going to further increase people's reliance because now when I don't even search things on Google anymore. I'll ask ChatGPT. I'll be like, hey, give me a rundown of this, like break down this. So I definitely feel like it's going to increase people's reliance on technology. I'm trying to think. I think it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I don't really personally I don't like its application in music. I think there are a lot of positive applications, but I don't feel like for like songwriting in general, I don't think it should really be used for that.
No.
But I definitely feel like there are positive implications, but at what, like you're right, at what point is it too much? Because the more like things we innovate, the more things we create, the more problems we get.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly what I think, yeah.
Yeah.
As an artist, does it worry you that like one day maybe AI generated music could kind of maybe get in the charts?
It does, like I said, it does to an extent because I feel like music will, it does to an extent because I feel like mainstream audiences don't care as much, but I do feel like it's not gonna distract from actual, I don't think that it'll ever be able to take over actual music because it's like you said, it doesn't create anything new and it's not going, it has no original ideas and it's not really art. Like AI music, like AI art, as much as like people like online will be like, oh, it's like AI art's like real art. It's not art because there's no like humanity in it.
Yeah.
So I think audiences will always be able to tell, and I don't think it'll ever be able to fully take over because it just will never be as good as real human art.
And it's kind of like my final question, really. What advice would you give to people starting out in the music industry?
If you really want to do something, and not just music, if you really want to do something, you will succeed in it and you'll eventually be able to do it. So with music, as long as you put the work in, if you really want to do it, you'll be able to succeed in it. If it's not something you're really that passionate about, it won't work out for you.
Yeah.
But as long as you're confident, it'll be good. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Dope.
So after talking to Dean, I kind of got the impression that he felt as though AI could never be as good as regular music is. So he didn't seem too worried, too concerned. This was different to Jess. Jess kind of was very kind of, no, I don't think AI is good, but I think that it's important to talk to different people to kind of gather the most opinions. So with that being said, I'm going to go and see a man called Rob. He owns a record shop in Royston, and I want to see what his views on AI generated music are as he's running a record shop. You know, he's taking sales in from music, so I want to see what he thinks. Tell me a little bit about yourself and Revolution Records.
Okay, well, welcome to Revolution Records Royston. We opened in September 22 on the back of having spent a year online trying to get to know the industry, having realised I think vinyl was making a comeback, and clearly Generation Z and young people are getting into vinyls, which we thought was a good time.
What is your personal favourite music or favourite genre?
Personally, I like a lot of funk, soul music. That's what I DJ with as well, and that's been pretty much my upbringing. So.
With AI being used more often, as a listener, how does that make you feel?
At the moment, not too concerned. I think there's been a few headline cases where people have been concerned that the original artist's sort of work would be overshadowed, overlooked, and manipulated too far.
Yeah.
But it seems to be few and far between so far, and certainly with the vinyl stuff that records we sell, for us AI is more of a distant horizon.
Yeah.
So we're not too concerned at the moment.
Could you ever see AI made albums on the shelves in the shop?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it could happen at some point. If the demand is there, then clearly products will be made to meet that demand. But as we've said, treading carefully, it can only be at the right time under the right circumstances, the right input from the artists if they are involved, or if it's 100% sort of AI generated. I think we've just got to all ask questions of where the music industry would be headed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it could happen.
Yeah. Well, lovely. Thank you very much. So talking to Rob was interesting. He also seemed like he wasn't too concerned. He said that it was quite a new concept, and because it is so new, they're not too sure of what AI can do in music. So with that being said, I'm going to be making a song to see what I can actually do and what AI is actually capable of. After talking to Jess, Dean and Rob, I want to see how easy it is for AI platforms to create music. I will be using Udio, as this is one of the best free music making platforms, with Unite AI saying Udio is scary good. It is reported that Udio users on average are creating 10 tracks a second, which adds up to 6 million tracks a week. But are they any good? To test, I have asked Udio for a fast-paced pop song with house elements and lyrics about something which leaves people uneasy, reflecting on AI itself. Okay, so it's come up with 2 different songs. The first one, Untamed Emotions, and it's a pop song. So let's see.
I'm caught up in the moment, can't you see? This vibe is electric, pulling me in deep. As I'm racing fast, I'm a little unsure, like a dance on floor beat. Can't find the beat, is feeling this rush, it's a brand new thrill. Every time I can't stand it, wanting more still. That everything's spinning, don't know what to choose. All these, but I feel it's hard not to lose. This fire in the air, can't shake this feeling, I swear. Won't fall in deep tonight, got me lost in the light.
It's so crazy because listening to that, the lyrics weren't the best, but I just wouldn't be able to make that myself. Absolutely not. And it genuinely has just made that song in a second. Having made my song, I sent a survey around to see what the feedback was from it. I asked, do you think this is someone singing or a song made by using artificial intelligence? 72.2% of people said that it was a human singing, and only 27.8% of people saying that it was AI that had created the song. With that figure in mind, I'm left with the question, what is next for music and what is next for AI?